In this week's episode, we leave the Moorings Marina in Roadtown, Tortola, with a heading to Saba Rock off of Virgin Gorda's northeast shore. We successfully tie off on our first mooring ball, dinghy over to Leverett Bay, and taxi down to the baths. Afterward, we enjoy an evening at Saba Rock Resort and the Bitter End Yacht Club. Oh, did I mention we almost died later in the evening? More on that later. To start our first full day of charter, we left the Moorings Marina and pointed the boat in the direction of our first stop, Saba Rock. We reserved a mooring ball through Boatyball. See the link below. For first-timers, I would highly recommend them. They take the stress away of finding a mooring ball so you can cruise and play all day, knowing you'll have a secure place to tie off whenever you want. None of us aboard had ever tied off to a mooring ball, so we were a little nervous coming upon our first ball. However, the entire crew performed as if it were our 100th ball, and we successfully tied off on our first attempt.
It's our first time. We're trying to grab a mooring ball.
Grab the balls.
This is Saba Rock, and we are the farthest rock, or a mooring buoy over there, we assume.
Wind's blowing you back. Give starboard engine a little forward.
Got it. Way to go, team. We did it.
We didn't embarrass ourselves.
There's our mooring ball. We're the closest to Saba Rock. First time ever. There's a first for everything. And we came in just at the right time because there's all these other mooring balls. We reserved this one, or Ben did, at 7 a.m. on Boatyball. 7:02, and we got the very last ball. So way to go. High five.
After ensuring everything was secured, we jumped into our dinghy for the 20-minute ride across the bay to the Leverett Bay Resort, where we tied off our dinghy and made friends with a local taxi driver. He offered to take us on a sightseeing tour of the island as we made our way to the southwest corner of the island and the baths. Definitely take advantage of the local knowledge of the island.
That's Necker Island? Oh, okay.
And this island right over here is Saba Rock.
That's where...
Station Island, that one by Larry Page. This one right over here on this side. One by Larry Page. And you can see Anagata way there. You see Anagata right there?
Oh, that flat thing way over there.
Right down the line. Yeah. And that little island you're standing right in the center.
That's where we are.
The baths are part of the BVI National Park Trust, and it offers more than just the rock formations. There are several restaurants, a pool, and multiple trails and beaches, so be sure to check it all out. The baths is a collection of massive granite boulders as large as 40 feet in diameter, with white sand beaches and secret rock pools which are accessible by land or sea. The surroundings are a result of molten rock seeping up into the existing volcanic rock layers. The molten rock did not reach the surface, so it cooled slowly and formed a hard granite layer. The blocks were exposed when the softer volcanic rock above eroded away. Weathering rounded the corners of the boulders to what they are today. Words simply can't describe the experience. We hope you'll all be able to check it out someday for yourself. After enjoying the baths for several hours, our taxi driver came back and returned us back to our dinghy. After crossing the bay back to our boat, we took a moment to relax before getting ready to head out for the evening. First, we landed on Saba Rock. The restaurant and bar were packed. In fact, it was the most crowded of all the places we went throughout the week. We had time for just a quick drink before we had to head across the mooring field to the Bitter End Yacht Club for dinner.
Your mask.
Well, we made it to Saba Rock before we head over to the Bitter End. We're gonna have a few drinks here. The ladies have just walked away. We don't know where they are, probably spending our money. Goose shot, but not gonna, it's awfully loud here with the music, so probably not gonna film too much, but we'll catch you at the Bitter End. They just recently reopened after being wiped out by the hurricanes a couple of years ago. The food was amazing. And just like that, our first day of cruising the BVI had come to an end. The next morning, Allie and I had to take another round of COVID tests and complete the USVI visitor portal to make sure we could get back into the USVI at the end of the week.
Testing remotely.
Yep, the fun part of COVID, right? But this is all we have to do in order to get back into the country. So it's getting, I would say it's getting looser than it was a year ago, for sure. Last year, if we would have come here, we would have been taking, what, 8 tests or something like that, 4 tests, a ridiculous amount of tests. Afterward, Allie was nice enough to make some hard-boiled eggs while we enjoyed a nice continental-style breakfast. Just what we needed before setting course for our next stop, Cane Bay. Check that out next week.
Well, we woke up this morning in Saba Rock. We had a fabulous stay. A little rolly, but that's because if you look behind me, we're the very first boat, and that's the reef. So if you are able to get some of these spots way in the back, it won't be, I think, as rolly, which is probably why this ball was the very last ball to pick from. The other thing that I would caution everyone, we had a really scary moment last night. We were coming back from the Bitter End Yacht Club, which I'll show you where that is. That is right here behind me. We had a great dinner, and lesson learned, because we don't dinghy at night, we didn't have a light, and a large boat, probably the size of this is the garbage boat, by the way. They'll also get you ice, and so he picked up our garbage. I digress in my story. But a pretty large tender nearly ran us over. We were screaming. They didn't hear us. We kept screaming. And at the last minute, we all diverted our starboard side to their port side. And we got totally drenched. Came within probably 3 inches of slicing the boat in half. So what we learned is to have some kind of flashlight. Just use your phone if you're going to travel at night. So that was our bad. At the same time, they came hauling out of Saba, going full blast, probably as fast as the garbage guy here. And you should never leave, go through an anchorage that fast. You just shouldn't. So we were both at fault. Everyone's okay, but that would be my lesson for everyone.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscription button, and ring the notification bell. We really appreciate your support, and we look forward to seeing you next time.